hope everybody's having a blessed day, man. I just decided to come out here and go live, man. I mean, I ain't seen my brother and my sisters in a while. I just wanted to come out here and display some nuggets, man. Life, man, you gotta appreciate life, bro. Man, you gotta appreciate life, man. Life is is a blessing. Um, Life is not a curse on your life. I mean, regardless of whatever we going through in life, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, um, you can go through certain things in life, man. And, bro, it ain't a good story. It ain't a good story. But at the same time, man, we gotta look at the good stories of life, man. Being able to be here, breathe in the oxygen that God gave us to breathe in. Oh, that's a blessing, man. Not only to you, to society. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, we need the barbers, we need the truck drivers, we need you know, every aspect, every walk of this situation, man, is a part of the journey of what we call this thing. Like, I mean, everything operate just like the trees, the grass, the fruit, the everything. God put us here for a reason. For a reason, bro. He ain't just put us here just to be laying dormant on the things that he called us to be and become. The mature, all of that stuff, man. And think about it. When we grow and we mature, it don't only impact our lives, but it impact the lives of others. That's just real talk. It impacts the lives. It impacts your seed. It impacts the people around you. Because everybody don't have that same kind of energy or that same kind of frequency or that same kind of spirit that you have. Some things, it had to happen. It had to happen. And we could get so frustrated and we can get so into ourselves where we be like, well, why did it had to happen to us? Why did we had to go through this uh transformation in life? Or why we had to go through this? Man, it's deeper than what you think it is, bro. It's deeper, man. It's deeper. It's like you can be so contaminated with yourself. And you could be going, I mean, you could be going through a whole lot of stuff, man. You could be going through certain things and it's like, well, why do this have to happen to me? Right. You have every um you have every right to feel that way, you know? And that's humanly right. As a human, that's right. You know what I'm saying? To think about, why do I have to go through cancer? Why do I have to go through? And it could be, and some people may be like, man, well, guess what? That's easy for you to say. It's easy for you to say. But no, it ain't easy for me to say. It ain't easy for me to say because of the simple fact, going through that kind of trauma, going through that kind of situation, has you placed with a decision. It has you placed with a decision whether or not everything that I grew up on, everything that dealt with religion, is that real? Is that real? You know? And one thing about religion is sometimes we put faith into religion, but we don't put faith into God. That's the problem. We can put faith into religion, but we don't put faith into God. Once we put faith into God, bro, when you got to do what you got to do, the weight falls off. The weight falls off. When you got to do what you got to do, you're going to keep grinding to go to the next course. This is not religion. This is not religion. This is what you call faith. Man, I mean, when you're talking about doing water fasts and doing this, that, and the third, knowing that you dealing with this and you dealing with that, it ain't an easy thing, man. It's not an easy thing going through life, knowing that life is not fair. It's not an easy thing dealing with people that don't really appreciate the value that you bring to the table. It's not an easy thing, and you could get frustrated. And in the midst of your frustration, man, you could feel like, because you're frustrated with people, because you're frustrated with people, you can feel like God has forgot about you. But God has not forgot about you. He knows every situation. He knows everything that is about your life. Your life is predestined. See, I ain't here to talk about religion. What I'm talking about actual reality. Reality has nothing to do with religion. Actuality has everything to do with you as an individual and how you see the world and how you view things. You know what I'm saying? You can see a whole lot of things, man. You can view a whole lot of things, man. And you could be like, all right, why did I go through this? Why did I go through that? But at the same time, you can go through this and you can go through that. But the word of God already let you know. I mean, the Bible, man. I ain't talking about religion, man. I'm just talking about the word of God. See, we take this thing lightly, man, because we get so caught up into religion. We get so caught up into religion, but we don't get in. If we would get caught up into the word of God and what the word of God says, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Like, I mean, I could take a word like the Bible said, I never leave you nor forsake you. I never leave you nor forsake you. But at the time that I'm going through my trials and my tribulations and going through child support, going through even, you know, if as a female battling with uh your kids farther and things ain't going right. But if you just stick to that word, everything will be all right. See, we get so caught up in ourselves, our own ways of thinking. And when we get caught up in our own ways of thinking, it brings problems. It brings problems. And a lot of times people, like, even going through a tragic situation, they don't understand the recovery process, right? And because they don't understand the recovery process, it's just like Moses and Aaron and how God led his people. That's the same thing that goes on in everyday life. There's also an Aaron at the job. You may be a supervisor. You may be somebody that could have the right, you can have the title, but then there's somebody, man, somebody got to be getting this, man. There's still somebody that is at the job that don't necessarily have the title, but they have the title, if that makes any sense. You could have people at your job that has the title and know what to do, but you are so arrogant and you are so full of yourself that you can't even accept what that person says. That's the problem that we have to deal with in this daytime season and hour, man. I just want to encourage, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe. I just want to encourage you to know that there's a recovery. We are in a recovery, man. You look at everything that's going on, from a politics standpoint, everything that's going on from a, you know what I'm saying, even on, because everything triggers down. Don't nothing trigger up. Everything trigger down. Everything trigger down. And it's like, yo, you got to wake up. Ain't nothing triggering up until you put a voice to it. Until you put a voice to it, man. I mean, let's be real. We can't just make things happen just by complaining or just being on the fence and just, you know, saying, well, this, that, and the third, well, this ain't happening, you know. But at the end of the day, man, we got to, and what I mean by pull together, um, it has nothing to do with a race. It has nothing to do with that. What I mean by pulling together has everything to do with what you believe in. what you believe in, not what you think. What they always say, 2020, your eyes see everything. Some of these people, I think they like be blind. They be blind. They can't even see of what's going on out here. They can't even see of what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? But in this daytime, man, is about the recovery, bro. What are you gonna do in the recovery, man? What are you gonna do when you can't do the things that is normal? See, it's easy to troll. It's easy to talk crazy. But it ain't easy to talk crazy once you've been through life, man. You handicapped. You can't even walk. You can't even use the bathroom. You need help for this, that, and the third. See, people don't understand. They see, they see, but that's it. They see. But what can you do when you can't see? What do you do when all hell is racketing around your life? Man, you guys, man, if you feel this, hey, share this, man. Bring more people in to the conversation. Bring more people into the conversation. Subscribe to the channel. But what I'm saying is, when life throws a curveball, throws a curveball, what you do when life throws a curveball? When all of a sudden something happens, all of a sudden there's something that brings you to a place where you have to understand life. What you do? What do you turn to? Some people may turn to different walks of life. Some people may turn to Christianity. Some people may turn to Judaism, Israelism. But at the end of the day, bro, it ain't about your religious beliefs. It's not. It's not about your religious beliefs. Mm-mm. It's about you. At the end of the day, it's about you. You can't look for the government to try to bail you out. It's about you. You can't look for help. You can't look. See, everybody looks for help, but don't nobody look for answers to the help. They just go along. Don't nobody look for help. Then once you try to bring people help, they don't want to hear the real. They don't want to hear what you got to say. If you ain't bringing no drama, if you ain't bringing no effery, don't nobody got time for that, bro. And people have just been conditioned that way, that way of thinking. People have just been conditioned that way. I mean, when it comes to if you're in a situation or you're in a problem, don't nobody want to hear that. So in other words, everybody, if you look at, I guess everybody doing good, everybody doing well. Nah, that's not the society. That's not the energy of what society is putting on. Uh, People out here struggling, bro. And the thing about it, you got females out here, they struggling. Yeah, females out here struggling. But what are you trying to do? How are you trying to cultivate yourself? How are you trying to motivate yourself in spite of what's going on? Don't nobody want to hear this message. Don't nobody want to hear this message. But it has to be told. It has to be said, man. What are you gonna do in these times, man? That our situations or our things that we're going through is not helping. Yeah, yeah. We could do A, B, and C. We could do E, F, and G. But if it's not helping us as a people, it's not helping us. And we have to acknowledge that and move. No handouts. You have to have a creative mind. Have a creative mind and think about that. But look, man, I just wanted to come up here and try to share some things with you, man. This is your boy, WILL-Iam, and I just want to come out here, share some things with you, man. And I'm out, man. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the content, man. I'm just out here, just you know what I'm saying, just a regular dude, bro. And I'm just trying to encourage, motivate, inspire, and that's it, man. Hopefully, what I said um, did something for you or encourage you in a way. But yo, it is what it is. You guys be blessed. Thank you.